It's important to have your go bag ready. One survival whistle. Say that 5 times fast. Like, do a rave or something. It's been a while. Hello, my name is Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. I took a bit of a hiatus and I haven't posted in over a month, but I'm back and talking about something really important. September is National Preparedness Month, and so I'm going to talk today about making sure that you and your family are ready and prepared for a natural disaster. Here in LA right now, it is in the thick of fire season. There's fires all up and down the West Coast, as you've probably seen on the news. I don't leave the house much just because of smoke and air quality. And now more than ever, I don't like using that phrase because everyone and their mom is using that right now, but now more than ever, it's important to plan for a natural disaster or emergency. I moved from Dallas, Texas to Los Angeles, California, actually last September, the end of September. I'm coming up on my year anniversary here in the City of Angels. And being in Texas, I was used to being more worried about, say, tornadoes or hurricanes, whereas when I moved to California, it became earthquakes and fires. A month after we moved to LA, so October 28th to be exact, it's actually our wedding anniversary, I was awoken by an alarm on my phone going off saying that there was a fire nearby and that to be cautious and monitor the fire and see if you need to evacuate. We ended up evacuating. Our apartment did not end up getting damaged or anything like that, but it definitely made us aware of the need to have a plan. See, the alarm went off around 2 a.m. and luckily we had time to think, but I remember just looking over at my husband thinking, is this a joke? Should I pack a bag? We had just moved, so I knew where, say, all of our marriage certificates, passports, family heirlooms, jewelry, and stuff that I would want to bring, given that I had the time. I knew where all those were, and so we had enough time. We had about an hour, which, you know, with an earthquake, you don't have that much time. When a hurricane, you can usually prepare, but a tornado, you will probably be able to prepare too, but you may not have time to prepare. So getting a plan in place is super important, and I'm wanting to talk to you about that with Redfora. So my husband actually grew up in California and grew up amongst fires and earthquakes and all that jazz, but he hadn't experienced one since becoming an adult, so we really hadn't prepared for it. And like I said, last year it was made aware that we needed to have a plan and have a go bag, if you will, but it's been a year and we still hadn't done it. So this is just a reminder to, 1, do it, and then 2, offer you a way to kind of help and get the ball rolling. My dad is an avid fisher, hunter, hiker, all of that jazz, has done long overnight backpacking hikes, all that stuff. So I actually received a spreadsheet from him shortly after we had to evacuate, just saying what he would put in a go bag. But because those are his hobbies, he has a lot of the products that you need already to be able to just grab it and go. And I didn't have those things, so I was very overwhelmed. And when I started to put a bag together, it was pretty expensive just because I didn't already own everything. So a friend of mine recommended Redfora, and I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about them and how they can help you prepare. Redfora is an emergency kit company that was founded in San Francisco shortly after an earthquake occurred. Redfora stands for Ready for Anything, and they have these earthquake bags that are a great investment for any natural disaster. So why Redfora? I personally love a brand that was born out of necessity, and a brand, in addition to brands that are looking to educate and fill a void in the current world. Redfora was founded by 2 friends who not only wanted to make the world a better place, but make it a safer place. They make it super easy to get educated and prepare, so you really have no reason not to. Here are 3 things I really like about the company. 1, create and customize. So they sell these earthquake bags, like I said, and don't let the name earthquake throw you off because they're good for any natural disaster. Again, they were created in response to an earthquake. But they sell these bags. This is the 3-day bag for 2 people of the Fleet Earthquake bag. You can do it up to 6 people and up to 7 days of food and supplies. They also have a starter bag that's more entry level and a 20-year bag that lasts 20 years and it's like the top tier. The most popular bag is the complete earthquake bag though. I really like that you get to pick what you are paying for, so you don't get a bunch of extra things that you don't need. You're customizing it to what you and your family needs. They also have add-on kits like car emergency kits, pet emergency kits. I don't know if you've ever tried to evacuate with a pet, but my husband and I have 2 cats and 1 Great Dane, so it's just very interesting traveling with all of them. I drove them personally from Dallas to LA and had that experience, and of course evacuating was a whole nother level. They also have a office safety kit and just mini safety kits. One of the ones they recently added actually was this everyday hand sanitizer kit that comes with hand sanitizer, surface cleaner wipes, and tissues, and then some face masks. You can actually keep them in your car just so you're never without a face mask, since we have to have those wherever we go now. Same with hand sanitizer, or you can just of course keep it like with your go bag. Number 2, educates all. Redfora is not just trying to sell you something, they are trying to educate. So they have curriculum for free on their website to help you get together your go bag. Like even if you don't want to buy from them, you can still access their free guides. They also have an emergency plan. So this is creating your emergency plan, and it has like how to make a plan, why to make a plan, emergency contacts, where to meet, all of that. They also have a tag on their backpack that I really liked, because I'm gonna go into what's in the bag later, but this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you need. You don't just, this bag is great, but if you have time and you're able to grab other things, you should. So on this tag right here, it says like what else to add: family and friend contact info, out of town contact, copies of credit cards and ID, copy of insurance documents, cash in small bills, change of clothes, shoes and socks, that type of thing. So they really help you get ready for a disaster on all aspects. And then number 3, gives back. I love a company that really believes in what their mission statement is. Redfora is trying to help people, and that's why they donate 1% of proceeds to a relief fund. So you can actually go on their website and see where they've donated to over the years and how much money they have donated altogether. This year they've done over $30,000 and have a goal of over 70. I also wanted to say that before I get into this bag, it's a great time for me to go over it because they're having a sale right now in celebration of National Preparedness Month. They have marked things down and say this bag is 17% off. Some things are up to 35% off. It just depends, but that runs through September. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead and grab it now because it's the best price you're gonna get all year. What's in the bag? Like I mentioned, this is the complete earthquake bag for 2 people, 3 days worth of food and water. And I could read the differences to you on the website, but I'm not gonna do that to you. The basic things that I would say are different is you have the starter kit that's entry level, then the complete earthquake bag, which is this one, and then the 20-year lifespan one. The starter kit, the main difference is that it's in a like drawstring backpack, whereas the complete earthquake bag and the 20-year are both in a backpack like this. You can also choose a roller bag if you wanted to. You can also choose a blue backpack and then a waterproof bag, and all of those options are available for all 3 bags. So the main difference is the first one is small enough to where it just fits in a drawstring. The last 2 are in a backpack like this. And then the other main difference, in my opinion, is the shelf life. So the starter kit and the complete earthquake bag both have a 5-year shelf life, whereas the 20-year bag, the water tablets are a 20-year lifespan and the food's actually a 30-year lifespan. So that's the main difference. To give you a price difference, the starter kit is $57.99 for 2 people for 3 days. The complete earthquake bag is $179.99 for 2 people for 3 days, and then 20-year lifespan one is $291.49 for 2 people for 3 days. Right now the complete earthquake bag is on sale for $149.99. 20-year one is on sale for $264.99, so a good discount. Another difference, the starter bag weighs about 7 pounds, the complete bag weighs around 16, the 20-year bag weighs around 20, and that's just for the 3-day. So if you get the 7-day, it's gonna weigh more. Just so you're aware, that was one thing that my dad had on his spreadsheet for his bags, is like how much everything weighs, because especially if you're going on a long hike or having to carry everything on foot, weight matters, and like you want to make sure that you have only the essentials because it'll definitely weigh you down. I'm gonna go through what's in my bag, but again with the contents, the starter kit has the least, and The complete bag has a good middle ground, and the 20-year bag has the most in it. Okay, let's get into the bag. So it's a great little backpack. You have the side pocket here with the straps on the other side too, and then you can have all this front area to fill stuff in. So it is a filled backpack, but remember, you're going to want to add stuff to this, like your passports and stuff like that, day of. So, good storage options. Let's start with food and water. This bag, like I said, is for 2 people, and it has 2 of these rations. They make me think of Caltine bars from Mean Girls because they are 3,600 calories each. But you got 2 of these, and then you have 24 of these water pouches. So it's like emergency drinking water. And honestly, those things take up most of the weight. You also have these water purification tablets and straws. So you can drop this in water and it makes it drinkable. In comparison, because I do want to compare, the starter kit is the same amount of bars and water purification tablets, but the complete kit has more water pouches. The 20-year bag is different in the sense that it has a smaller calorie amount in the bars, so it's 2,400 calories of the bars instead of 3,600, and then it also has these Mountain House meals that last forever, pretty much 30 years, and then it comes with like a stove top and things like that, so it's just like extra if that's what you need. You probably saw it, but everything comes packaged really nicely. The bags also help for like if it's raining, because obviously I don't have the waterproof bag, so that's nice too to keep everything in line. This is the first aid and hygiene kit. So we've got the 107-piece first aid kit, along with some rope, a light stick. You have a sewing kit so you can mend your clothes. We've got some gloves, and then an emergency tube tent. Here we've got some waste bags, a body warmer, you know, where you shake them and you can hold them. This is an emergency poncho, some face masks, emergency sleeping bag, sanitary pads, some pocket tissue, and a washcloth here. There's some hand and body lotion, conditioner and shampoo, a little razor, bar of soap, comb, some toothpaste. As this is a 2-person kit, there's a whole nother bag with those exact same contents in it. Emergency radio. We have a 5-in-1 survival whistle, a notepad, goggles. Takes me back to like science class. When you'd leave, you'd have like the marks on your head to walk around school the rest of the day like that. Really fun times. This is a 30-hour candle, not perfume, candle. Also, I forgot to mention, it's not just a radio, it's a flashlight. Got a pencil to go with a notepad, some waterproof matches, and a pocket knife. I feel like that didn't take me that long. It's a lot of stuff, but super concise, and I can see how everything needed is important. Oh, that's that. Just to give you a little bit of a headline of some other differences, the starter kit has a 37-piece first aid kit versus an 107 first aid kit, which the last 2 bags have. The 20-year bag also has things like antacids and ibuprofen, along with like the stove top, like cooking and utensils and all of that. But those are the main differences. I'm happy with the bag that we have, and I intend to supplement it in areas that are lacking for our lives personally. One thing for sure is, you know, we have pets, so we have to make sure to grab their pet food, and we have to-go litter boxes that I can link in the description box that we have that we can bring. Cats typically don't go to the bathroom in the car. I mean, when I drove, the longest day I drove from Dallas to LA was a 15-hour drive day, and I did take them out to try and use them, but they wouldn't unless that we were in a hotel. So they may not use it, but it's good to have, so I'll include that too. But now I kind of want to get into some tips on how you can supplement this to make sure you're 100% prepared. 4 tips for you. one is to sign up for Nixle, Nixle. This just gives you alerts for your specific area. My phone went off when we had to evacuate. My husband's did not. His sister and then our friends who live only a couple blocks from us, their phones didn't go off either, so it was just mine, which is kind of scary. So you can make sure that you are getting alerts and just sign up for them, and you can get emails and texts. Number 2 is buy a safe. It seems like something, I don't know, it seems like just like kind of like a duh, but we didn't have one until a couple years ago, and we just make sure we put all of our important documents in there, you know, social security cards, birth certificates, marriage license, all of that jazz, just to make sure we know where they are at all times. And then obviously if you keep your passport in there, if you travel, you'll take that out. Just make sure to always put it back in the same spot, because in a pinch you can just grab the whole safe, but if you have time you can also just empty the contents and know that all of your important documents are there and you'll have them with you. Number 3 is draft a list of things you want to grab. I mentioned some at the beginning, like small bills of cash, medications, don't want to forget those. Want to make a list of the you know, family heirlooms and memory book type things that you'd want to grab if you have time, just because I know I was so frazzled and I had an hour to like grab stuff and I still was like running around the house with like a chicken with my head cut off because I just wasn't sure what to do and my body was like, ah. So it's, if you make a list, you may not be calm, but you'll be able to go down and check things off as you go. You can also prepare in the sense of like, go ahead and make a copy of your ID, of your insurance cards and stuff like that, and go ahead and put them in your backpack, and they're just there for you already. You don't have to think about it. Some people I know have like a bag with clothes in it already. If you don't want to pack away clothing, just make a list of things you'd need, like a pair of shorts, a pair of leggings, that type of thing. You don't need too much. I know that whenever we packed, when we were leaving, I probably packed too much, and I didn't need that much. So now I know going forward, you know, I'd probably just bring 3 outfits, tops, tennis shoes, you know, pretty basic things. Once you have that list, I would put it in your backpack and just be ready, just have that there. Last tip is number 4, plan. If you live by yourself, still make a plan, but if you have roommates, if you're your partner or whatever, make sure that y'all are on the same page so that when there's an emergency that you both know what you need to do. I don't know that you don't have to like assign tasks, because it could be that like one person isn't there the time of the emergency, but just have a list of tasks and make sure that you both know what to do, because it'll make the emergency go as smoothly as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am really excited for y'all to get your hands on a Redfora, and remember the sale goes through the end of September, so now's a great time to buy it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you don't experience a natural disaster or emergency anytime soon, but if you do, I hope you're prepared, and then I hope this helped. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them. You can follow along with me over on Instagram at @elmolinas and on my blog Elements of Style. I have a blog post to go along with this video that I'll put in the description box too, so give it a look, and yeah, see you next time.